Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about Gardner Minshew and Kyler Murray, with Kyler Murray being drafted number 1 overall and Minshew being drafted 178th overall. There's a lot to talk about in this video, but before we get into it, let's start the intro. I just want to start this video by saying, how cool is it that a quarterback goes and does a pregame show with Uncle Rico to talk about their similarities as a quarterback? That's pretty cool. And of course there's Kyler Murray, who's of course the shortest quarterback in the NFL at 5'10", and the Offensive Rookie of the Year. But guys, by the end of this video, I hope to convince you why Gardner Minshew should have won that award and not Kyler Murray, and why being drafted number 1 overall compared to 178th overall in the NFL draft really has a lot to do with winning awards in the NFL. With that, guys, let's take a dive into some stats. Let's start with yards and touchdowns and interceptions. Now in 2019, Kyler Murray put up 3,722 yards, which is very good for a rookie, of course with 20 touchdowns and 12 interceptions. And even though Gardner Minshew missed 2 games in 2019, he still put up 3,271 yards, which according to the average amount of yards per game, he would have put up 15 more yards for the whole season than Kyler Murray with 3,737 yards, 21 touchdowns and 6 interceptions. And guys, when you're throwing 1 more touchdown with half the interceptions with 2 less games, that's an argument for Offensive Rookie of the Year already. Not to mention the rating of 91.2 compared to Kyler Murray's 87.4. I think you guys get the point that Gardner Minshew was extremely effective in 2019. Here's one of the things that Kyler Murray was definitely much better in 2019, with completion percentage at 64.39 compared to Gardner Minshew's 60.64. And even though that's a significant stat, it's not worth double the interceptions with less touchdowns. Now we're going to get into supporting cast with finding out who has more to work with in their team. We're going to start with offensive line. Now Kyler Murray's offensive line is just a tad better than Gardner Minshew's, with the Arizona Cardinals offensive line being ranked 27th and Gardner Minshew's Jacksonville Jaguars offensive line being number 26. Now we're going to go into receiving groups, with Jacksonville's receiving group being rated last in the league in 2019, which is something to say considering that he put up better numbers than Kyler Murray's 24th rated receiving group, even though he was a 6th round pick compared to Kyler Murray's 1st overall selection. So to put it all in perspective, in 2019, the Jacksonville Jaguars overall roster ranking was 32nd in the league by PFF compared to the Arizona Cardinals 24th. So what I'm trying to say here is Kyler Murray had much more to work with and yet still failed to put up the stats that Gardner Minshew put up in 2019, and yet he won Offensive Rookie of the Year. And here's my theory on why. This has always been something really frustrating to me about the NFL, and it just seems to be about popularity on who wins awards in the NFL. If you've won the Super Bowl, if you have more flashy plays, if you were drafted in the 1st round. So my point is, if these two switch draft places, if Gardner Minshew was drafted number 1 overall and Kyler Murray was drafted in the 6th round, we would have a very different Offensive Rookie of the Year. Even if they put up the same stats, I could very confidently say Gardner Minshew would be Rookie of the Year if he was drafted in the 1st round, or let alone at the number 1 pick. It's just something that seems to happen in the NFL, with Patrick Mahomes winning MVP after throwing 2 interceptions and having a rating of 76. It's just popularity is more than stats in the NFL. It's the same reason why Mitchell Trubisky made it to the Pro Bowl this year, just from popularity from being in the top 10 pick in 2017. So guys, to finish it off, I really hope that you guys have decided that Gardner Minshew was really the better rookie, and in my opinion, he should have won the Offensive Rookie of the Year. But that's all I have for today, guys. Like and subscribe, turn on the notifications, help this channel grow. You can also go and check out my Russell Wilson and Patrick Mahomes video on my channel. Thanks for watching, guys.